Hey, welcome back to the channel. So, there are a lot of anime and, reboot adaptations coming out now. You got the Bleach and the Triguns, and I brought anime expert Rex into the video. Anime expert?
I don't know about expert, but okay.
No, you can't see him. He has a lab coat. He has a lab coat right now doing scientific thing. Anime doctor. We have each come up with 3 animes that we would either like to see adapted into an anime that's never been, a reboot, or a continuation. Because, apparently retro anime is the thing.
At least we hope that's what's going on. It definitely looks like that might be what we're going toward.
Yeah. And you brought this up as a perfect thing because we were kind of having a conversation about, like, why are all these retro stuffs coming back? And you were like, it's been done before with the Full Metals and
Hunter x Hunter, yeah. Like,
and the Dragon
honestly,
Ball Kais.
I feel like that's the first time we've seen it happen other than, like, Dragon Ball Kai, as I think you were about to say.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Kai.
And in these reboots, they either A, follow the manga better, or B, they change the pacing. Like Hunter x Hunter, the new version of it, it's much faster than the original.
I mean, I think both of those, if you ever go on like my anime list or if people recommend it to me, they're always like, hey man, watch that Brotherhood or the reboot of Hunter x Hunter. Like, do not go back to the originals kind of thing.
Well, yeah, they say that for sure for Full Metal. I feel like the original of Hunter x Hunter is honestly not that bad. Like,
would you watch the original over the reimagining?
No.
Okay.
The reimagining goes much further. And the original leaves you on a maybe that's.
Didn't you say? Didn't you tell me it took them like 15 episodes to get to the boat that they get to like episode 3 of the?
I think it's like episode 9 that he gets to the boat.
I'm good.
There's so much that happens. Like, you see things that you don't see in the other version until like episode 105. Well, no, that's not true. Like episode 7.
Rex, you know how much anime I have to catch up on of decades of not watching anime? I don't have time for this.
Yeah, I
need the best. I need the best. Rex, you're the guest. So as the host, should I go first or should the guest go first?
You can go first, bud. I'll give it to you.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm gonna go for my first one. It's gonna be, I would like kind of like a reboot, and you're probably gonna tell me actually they have had a reboot. That's why I brought you, Doctor, to tell me that I'm wrong. Fist of the North Star. Fist
of the North Star has had multiple movies. I don't think it's ever had an official reboot as far as an animated series, though.
I just think
some of the movies are pretty heat, though.
I mean, dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, as a person, I've started to read Fist of the North Star, like, here and there. It's kind of been like, if I am not reading One Piece or, doing, like, Fist of the North Star is my comfy read, just like, knockout. There is a reason that this is the godfather of shonen stuff.
Shonen?
I think this, like, a reimagining or, like, just getting an updated animation of Fist of the North Star could be awesome. I really do think that.
I think so as well, but you have to think of the audience that they'd be targeting with that. Like, honestly, now would maybe be the perfect time for them because that series is very dark. Yeah,
exactly. And
it would have to be rated mature if 100% correctly
to do it right. I mean, they keep releasing new seasons of Baki. Like, I kind of put it in the same.
Oh yeah, Baki definitely came out about the same time.
Yeah, and it's more directed toward, and Megalobox was big when it was coming out, the first and second season. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think with anime audiences kind of growing older and continuing watching anime, like a nitty gritty Fist of the North Star, like true adaptation, dude.
Could be amazing.
That could be amazing.
The thing is, if they did it about right now, all of the people that got into anime a little late that knew of Fist of the North Star but had never watched it would probably check it out. And all of the actual classic fans would be hyped about it.
Exactly. And the name recognition, because even as a person like me, that knows the Dragon Balls and the whatever, I've always kind of known the name of Fist of the North Star, but then because you'll be interested in it. So if you're just now getting into anime, or if you're, like you said, like old school, like have read all of Fist of the North Star and stuff like that, it captivates both sides of the audience. And I think, You give it to Mappa. Here we go, Fist of the North Star.
That I couldn't even imagine Mappa doing it, but that would be amazing.
Yeah,
And you have to think though, I feel like again, like there is a huge audience for it because pachinko machines in Japan, literally a lot of them are set as Fist of the North Star because it will gather old people.
get them while they're. It's an audience, man. It's a Venn diagram. And to be honest with you, and maybe this is just the state of anime right now, you're gonna have Chainsaw Man coming out, which I think is gonna be massive when it comes out, and Bleach is gonna be massive when it comes out.
For sure.
But you don't really have. I know they're shonens, obviously, but there's something about I'm gonna punch that guy that we're missing.
Manly shonen.
The manly. This is what I'm saying. The Chad shonen, Fist of the North Star.
You're not wrong.
And I've just really been reading it and digging it, and the hardcover's real nice. So
yeah, I've been looking at the back.
I think it's cool, man. I do. I think it's part of history. There's a reason that it kind of set in motion all this stuff. So yeah, that was my first one. I bet you didn't expect that one, did you, Rex?
I actually did not at all, and that's a really good one.
Thank you. Hey, you're teaching me well. You're teaching me well, Sensei. You're teaching me well.
The one that I consider probably at the top of my list, and it might be at the top because I feel like it'll be easy for them to do and do it correctly, is Jyu-Oh-Sei, which was an anime based on like I think it's 3 omnibuses of a manga, but I don't know how many chapters it is. But it's very short. It's like a 12-episode series.
How did I know you were going to pick something that no one knows about, Rex?
Dude, I'm sure people that I am.
Tell me in the comments down below if you know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
One guy's going to be like, me. I know.
The J guys. You guys know it. Come on.
This guy knows it.
Yeah, Jyu-Oh-Sei is like, I feel like it was one of the first science fiction anime that I've really got into probably since Outlaw Star and Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
Like, they were always like the mecha anime, but this was one that was just about people.
Right.
Basically surviving on an alien planet, and it was amazing. Kind of like Terraformers.
Yeah. Weird. Weird. Guy loves Terraformers. Guys want Jyu-Oh-Sei. He loves space. I knew it.
I might really love space. I didn't know.
Actually, I think it wouldn't be a bad choice. I don't know too much about it because it's like one of the first times. You might have brought it up in conversation before, but
I definitely have.
But there's not a lot of space stuff around, so I feel like that wouldn't be too bad to see it, like a little difference.
Like it kind of. I feel like if they tried to animate it closer to like Blame and stuff, it would be amazing.
Yeah.
But the original styling of it is like shoujo, like classic shoujo style. So
but
the
with
designs
space
are not the best.
Oh.
But the story is so good.
That's perfect for what we're talking about. Like, yeah, like that's kind of what we want to talk about. Is like maybe it hasn't aged well or this or that, but with a little new coat of paint, it could be incredible. I'm gonna go to my second one. All right, and it's gonna be controversial. Warning, controversial. And we have talked about this before, and you're gonna be like, oh, I knew you were gonna say this once I say it. Naruto.
Yeah, that would be controversial. But honestly, I would love it.
I mean, think about this, okay? Now, again, I have read the manga and stuff, but I've never watched really the anime. But all I have heard from anime is it's 50% filler.
Pretty close.
Because it's from that day and age where if they caught up to the manga instead of taking breaks like they do now, they are just like, nah, man, we need that. We need it.
Yeah. We had to keep it going.
So I think a trimmed Brotherhood of Naruto with a little bit of updated in animation for the beginning seasons. I know they got Boruto going right now, but a little updated for beginning seasons. I would be there day one when it was released.
I would 100% be there.
And I think because how long? I can maybe Google it, or the man in the field, the doctor can Google it. How long was it between Full Metal Alchemist to Brotherhood?
And the original, I think, was 2001.
So 8 years. It's definitely been more than 8 years since the first season of Naruto.
Yeah.
Has it been 8 years since it ended?
Naruto?
Yeah.
Oh.
Has it been
Wait,
8 years?
2003 was the first episode. 2001's when the anime came out, so it's only been 6 years.
It was 6 years in between
Full
Brotherhood.
Metal Alchemist and Brotherhood, yeah.
So has it been 6 years since Naruto ended?
Yeah, the anime ended.
Yeah, so 2023, dude, 6 years. So
Hey, let's do it.
there's a precedent to be. It's been done before. Hear me out right now. I'm calling it. Come back to this video in a year when it comes out. Naruto Brotherhood, putting it in effect right now. I just
it's crazy because I thought Hunter x Hunter was like the first to do it, but Hunter x Hunter didn't get its reproduction until 2010. Full Metal Alchemist
Brotherhood was the first
running
one.
Between it.
That's the crazy thing. Think about that. How well accepted Brotherhood was. I mean, it was #1 on my anime list until Love Is War knocked it off its pedestal. I'm sure there'll be a battle. I'm sure there'll be a battle. I'm sure it'll be back on top before we know it. But it's crazy to think that it was so well received that we haven't seen more. Like, they just didn't flood the market with it back in the day.
Well, I feel like slowly but surely, like, animes have been coming back.
Right.
But, like, even Initial D, like, had a reproduction of literally the first few episodes as a movie, and that was amazing. But, like, a bunch of older anime that maybe didn't have the best production quality or didn't follow the main plot have been getting re-releases.
Naruto. It's happening. I'm calling it right now.
I could definitely see it if Bleach takes it off.
Dude.
I could definitely see, especially if something like destroys Boruto.
Yeah.
They'd have to fill the gap.
I think, and we've said it on this channel before, and I will say it again. We've also said it on our podcast, Anime Unraveled. You can listen to it Spotify, Apple Podcast.
Nice plug.
Hey, thanks. It was pretty nice, wasn't it? It was pretty smooth.
Yeah,
Anime Unraveled. Again, Anime Unraveled.
Check us out.
But I think Bleach has so much on its shoulders that if it nails it and knocks it out of the park, it changes this conversation for next year.
Oh, for sure.
So I think that's what I'm most excited about and to like watch Kubo try to fix some of the ending of Bleach in anime form.
I'm very hopeful that there will be more on that.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's my second one, Naruto. So.
Well, my second one's definitely a series I've talked about a lot, and it does have an end.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Good old Get Backers.
I knew this man. This man, if it's not Terraformers, it's Get Backers. He loves them.
It's a great series, and we didn't even get all of the manga translated. Tokyo Pop died before we got that.
Yeah, I think you just told me recently that you might have found a way to finally read all of Get Backers. So that's pretty.
Yes.
You're very excited about this.
I really am.
Yeah.
But the anime of it at the time, I thought it was great.
Right.
But it has not aged well. I feel like if it had updated animation and definitely updated audio work,
yeah, like
it'd be great.
Yeah, like the story is so interesting and like kind of unique that a little like we've been saying, like a little extra updated animation and maybe some pacing issues might be.
I wouldn't say the story is like super unique because honestly there are a lot of things that are similar to it now, I guess, that have come out after it. But it is like a classic, and I feel like if it did come back, there would be enough of a following to warrant it.
I mean, I read that first volume, and I enjoyed it. I didn't fall in love with it like you did, but I did enjoy it.
Well, again, I feel like you have to read like at least the first two, like kind of like how with Bakemonogatari when I first started the manga.
You're like,
after volume 1, I was like, maybe I made a mistake, but then volume 2 hit.
And you said, nope, I'm in.
Nope. I made the correct
This
decision.
man's out here reading chapters of Bakemonogatari in between loading Halo Infinite matches. What a hero.
You know.
What a hero. What a hero, Rex.
Way to sell me out. Okay, so what's your final?
My
Come on.
final one. My final one. It's no surprise to anyone that has watched any of these videos on this channel. I will throw a sign up in the streets to make this happen. Rex probably already knows what I'm about to say.
I'm pretty sure.
20th Century Boys. It's gotten 3 live action movies, not a single anime adaptation. Not a bit of one.
And yet Monster had a 75 episode.
That's what I'm saying. Dude.
I feel like if they did do a series of Century Boys, though, it might have to be longer than Monster.
It's got to be, for it to work, in my opinion. How long was Bakuman?
Bakuman
Yeah.
was 75 episodes.
Death Note?
46, I think. No, 39.
I think you could do it in 75 nowadays. Because there is,
Yeah, with quicker pacing.
because there is, and I'll be the first to admit it. You know, I'll even say this. Like, I read the first, I read the perfect editions, as you guys probably know that watch these videos. But took me about middle. Like, I liked the first volume well enough, but it took me about middle of the second volume, these are like mini omnibuses basically. So maybe 3 or 4 volumes of the singles, before I realized what kind of story Urasawa was telling. And I think with little pacing fixes here and there, it needs to be about 3 seasons. Yeah, 3 seasons at like 23, 25 episodes.
So, yeah, pretty close to 75 episodes. I got you.
Yeah, I think I could do it in 75. Maybe 4 seasons if they wanted to cut the seasons to like 15, 16 episodes. I don't know, man. I think the time is now. I think people look at Ranking of Kings. I mean, you know, I just finished it. You're starting to watch it because of my recommendations.
Yeah, I think we've watched like the first 3 so far.
Ooh,
Good.
nice.
Good.
But I think the time is now with the audience too, that they're ready. Not that they weren't in the beginning, but people are more accepting for slower, more dramatic stories in anime nowadays. And
sure.
And I think that it's got enough action-y, mystery, thriller spot to keep it interesting, and the drama and the characters being very character-driven stories. I don't know, man. I think you put some slick animation behind it, you get some good voice acting, that it could be up there with the Ranking of Kings and the Odd Taxis of the world.
I honestly can't say too much on it since I still have to read
Exactly.
it. But
Yeah, it was just I knew this was going to be more of a one-sided thing, but anytime I get a chance, I'm going to scream to the heavens. 20th Century Boys is great, and a good anime of it could be awesome, could be amazing.
I agree with you.
So Rex, Dr. Rex.
Yeah, man.
What's your final prescription for the anime community?
I mean, there's too many for me to choose because
you can only choose one. I'm sorry.
I'm aware I'm gonna have to have at least 2 honorable mentions.
You have 8 minutes before this camera runs out of, and I'm gonna have to click all these buttons again.
Okay, gotcha. So Chrono Crusade is my actual choice, but only because I loved the manga. It was fantastic, but the anime adaptation they got was straight trash.
It needed more love. It got the Berserk treatment.
It got the Berserk treatment minus the fact it didn't follow any the story.
Oof.
I will plus that.
Oof. That's even worse.
It was so bad. But I liked the series so much that I forced myself to watch the whole anime, and at the end of it, I just felt full of hate from like trying to watch it though. Like I was like, I put myself through this, and it was nothing.
Think about the people. Yeah, like that's a perfect example with Berserk. Like people that are like, no, this series is better. At least with Berserk though, it's known as a classic in the manga world. Chrono Crusade.
Not many people know.
But I feel like the people that know. You know what I mean? Like the people that have experienced it, they're like, no, seriously, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's only 8 volumes, but it's great. Like the perfect ending.
Do you have all 8 volumes?
Yeah, I do.
Cool, good for me to know. I mean, it doesn't help you guys watching, because unless you know Rex. If you know Rex, he has all 8 volumes.
Yeah, just Don't try to take them.
Hey, no theft here. No theft. But for people like me, I might borrow them one of these days.
Borrow,
But so, okay.
Definitely have to tell you that's one that you'd have to give about 2 volumes.
I feel like with 8 volumes, it's short enough for you just to tell me by the time you finish. I feel like I can crank through 8 volumes. You know what I mean? Like, if I know there's a definitive end.
Oh, it's a great end. But yes, it definitely is. They left nothing for a sequel, but it's perfect.
It's more of the manga or anime that you recommend me, and you're like, listen, you'll really love Hunter x Hunter. There's only like 100 and some. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not gonna waste. Not waste.
Well,
but
it's funny that you mentioned Hunter x Hunter though, because one of my other ones that I really want to say was Yu Hakusho.
Dude, you and me both, brother. You and me both, brother. Oh,
dreams would be made.
I would be there day one with my Yu Hakusho shirt on. I'm not wearing it right now. I'm wearing a Dragon Ball Z shirt, but they know that I have a Yu Hakusho. Yes, dude. Dang it. Yes, I should have put that on my list. Yes.
It was basically tied with Chrono Crusade. I wish I would have not said Get Backers into Yu Hakusho.
We're going to reverse into the video, and he's going to delete Get Backers.
Let's just delete that section.
No, man. Yeah. Hunter or Yu Hakusho.
Yeah, Tagashi's
would be incredible, dude. Would be. Oh, Bleach, you have so much to live up to. Please knock it out the park. Yeah, because I feel like Yu Hakusho.
If you can revive Yu Hakusho,
you're a god.
I would give you a hug, TJ Kubo.
Yeah, I would, dude. I would come find you and be like, man, thank you so much.
You did so much.
You did so much, because yes, I feel like. And the thing about it is, Jujutsu Kaisen is so popular, like. It would be amazing. It would be amazing. And the audience is there. Start a petition. Yu Hakusho. Coming back. 2023. Probably 2024 at this point.
Probably.
I bet we see it. Like I said, we're all eyes on Bleach. Because this might change everything.
Yes. But I'm also just watching Trigun closely. I'm waiting for Dark Horse to make their move.
I don't think that anime is going to save nobody, bud.
Hey man, it might at least be like, hey, there's a chance for us to make money here. It doesn't have to save it. It just has to give me the manga.
Let's just re-release it on hardcovers, please. But yeah. So any more honorable mention? That's you good. You good?
I mean, I'd love to see King of Hell get manga, but that ain't not manga, anime. But that will never happen.
Yeah, this man out here, Rex, is close to being complete with King of Hell.
No, it's impossible for me to be complete now because I do have all King of Hell. There's only 22 English volumes, but there's it's still on.
Oh, that's right. You told me that.
There's 40 or 50 of the manga.
But they just aren't.
Yeah.
Why do you love to do that to yourself, bud?
Hey, I don't know, man. It's the same thing with there were some series that I want to be like, hey, these could get an update, but the reason I want to update is because the story never finished, and they still haven't finished. D. Gray, man, Nana, looking at you.
Looking at you.
Hunter, what are you doing out there?
But yeah, so that was this video. I had a good time. Hey, Dr. Rex, thanks for prescribing me some fun for the viewers.
Always. Thanks for having me. And remember, kids, check out AnimeUnraveled. We talk about everything.
I'm pretty sure we had an episode very similar to this that was 45 minutes long. So if this short video was got you hooked, we can give you the uncut stuff. Anime Unraveled on Apple Podcast and Spotify. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, we are there. Yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. As always, I appreciate Rex for coming by. I mean, he's still here, but we're going to pretend that he left. Thanks for coming by, Rex. All right, later, bud. I'll see you. Yeah, he just left. He just walked out the door. It's crazy. He's flipping me off. No, calm down. But yes, thank you for watching all the way to the end of the video. I wholeheartedly appreciate it. And let me know in the comments down below what animes you would want to see rebooted, remastered, or animated for the first time. And yeah, I'll see you next time.